DC's turn to pick. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Снова рога взяли. У Квапыта
Да.
тоже рога есть.
5
У
seconds
Сайленсера, у
remaining.
него есть рог? У Сайленсера нет рог.
Ну, ты знаешь, он носит
Рог.
головной убор, ты не можешь быть наверняка уверен.
Да,
Reserve
то есть
time.
они не открывают все карты. Ну вообще, пока это вот идеальная была тактика до Сайленсера. Может, он и испортил весь драфт команде Infamous, пока непонятно, конечно. Разберемся.
Мы уже
позже.
видели сегодня одну команду, которой Сайленсер испортил весь драфт.
Да. Но они, кстати, по-моему, выиграли.
5 seconds
Мне там
remaining.
писали в чате вроде, что они выиграли. Я не уверен.
Видишь, иногда и испорченным драфтом можно выиграть.
Согласен. Так, Войда банит команда Infamous. Ну и правда, он смотрится здесь неплохо. Под урон друида на дальней дистанции, под инвокера прокаст. Войд мог бы составить
Тем более,
конкуренцию серьезную
тем
команде
более,
Infamous.
учитывая то, как играет
DC's
Мунминдер.
turn to pick.
Мы говорили об этом герое, что могут его Infamous
Да.
себе забрать, но они его не взяли до 4-го пика. Он отправился закономерно
Radiant
в
team
бан
pick.
Тини от DC. Неужто мы увидим от Мунминдера Лондон? Лондруид,
10
смотри.
seconds
На самом
remaining.
деле он же хейтер
А
Лундруида.
вы не видите, да, этого? Сейчас я вам покажу, ребят.
5 seconds remaining.
Slug.
Скажу больше, что у него в Твиттере тоже на аватарке Лундруид.
Просто хейтит, да, его ты говоришь? Он
Да.
написал, что он плохой герой, не берите его никто.
Нет, просто считает его немножко имбалансным. Чуть-чуть.
Чуть-чуть, самая
Чуть-чуть.
малость, абсолютно полностью.
Странно, почему? Мне кажется, у него нет оснований для подобных заявлений.
Ну, на самом деле, мы видим, что он друид, пока он может быть и нестабилен. Но еще немногие игроки отточили мастерство на этом герое. Бульдог у нас не играет уже какое-то время, поэтому нет.
Знаешь, я бы на самом деле сформулировала положение друида так. Он силен, просто его можно законтрить. Если ты забьешь и не будешь пытаться какое-то сопротивление ему оказать, набрать героев, которые будут ему мешать, то да, ты проиграешь. Но если ты это сделаешь, то в принципе герой как герой.
Да.
Это не единственный герой, которого в доте можно так
10 seconds
охарактеризовать.
remaining.
Там против того же Эмбера, если ты какой-то специфический контроль не возьмешь, ты тоже
5 seconds
проиграешь.
remaining.
Ну, вот Сларк здесь выбор, конечно, неплохой был бы, но немного огорчает Тини, немного огорчает Эрспирит. Герой. Плюс Лондит. Понимаешь, в чем дело? Вот идешь, благодаря Savage Roar. Это очень важная штука, и во многом даже иногда Лондруид является небольшим таким героем, который может законтрить Сларка.
就是第一个你得考虑的就是这把没有魔塔的点啊，沉默抹不了塔。
Com uma Queen of Pain, imagino que isso seja o Kotaro. Valkyria de Centauro, 2001. Como que eles vão montar as rotas, né? Fazer uma tria avançada da equipe da Infamous. Não funciona muito bem de
Rápidamente presentando a los protagonistas de este segundo encuentro, tenemos jugando en la facción de Dire, el equipo de Digital.
bloquear. Será esse campo ou não? Ele vai colocar só a sentinela observadora. É. Essa posição, vendo ali.
Для об этом команда Infamous. Тини будет отсюда забрасывать крипов, отводить их со слот.
Vai guardar o morrinho. Então não conseguiram ver a equipe da
He's just going to be pulling his own offlane.
Grace to you.
Well, that's the thing. Even if they did DC smoke 2 heroes, they ran Misery down in. He took Rolling Board level 1. He just kind of immediately got in there, so he sees all of the movements. But I don't think. Yeah, they're gonna. Oh my god, we have stopped doing that. He's just constantly spamming the Cold Snap because they removed the mana cost on them. Oh, Moon.
First
And he takes Ava level 1.
Take that.
Man, he's got Ava level 1. He's got Ava. What's he gonna do? He can't. He doesn't. Oh. Glorious cow. He has no mana. He's gonna try and get to the shrine, but yeah. Silence is gonna go, I'm gonna stand in front of him so you don't get bolded. We are still doing it. Look at him.
Don't even think about it.
At least I think it's Cristiano. I think it is.
Demised.
I assume that's we as well, but yeah, okay. He's got a win lace now. Yep, he's walked off and he's decided that the Slark has been pissed off enough, and he's just going to annoy someone else.
What have we here? Illusion!
Oh, Spirit Breaker's paying him a visit. He is fallen, unfortunately. Oh! Nice.
Coin for me. Remember my name?
He walks back in.
Return to ultimate. Silence.
Oh, Moon, no.
From this plane, I am driven.
So. So, Lone Druids are doing okay. Centaurs feeling a bit sad. Tiny, there's parables written about how horrible this laning phase has gone. Yeah, there is. I'm just saying this. Tiny's laning phase feels like very poetic, you know. He set off to annoy those in the bottom lane, and the bottom lane rose up to defeat him. And now he has to walk to other lanes, and he's met with controversy at every turn.
Is but another dawn.
Fortune favors vengeance.
Yeah, so overall the mid lane's looking pretty even, apart from Cop having like a slight advantage because, well, she's a Cop against a Crosswex Invoker. But overall, Weeha seems relatively untouched by the roaming. He's got the early death, but I mean, he's doing fine. He's going to have phase boots at a decent time. On top.
No! You should have left well enough alone. Denied.
Oh dear.
You died as you lived, insipid and ignorant.
Yeah, he just gets hit with a slow roll.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage.
Yeah, that must be so disheartening. Like, you just see it approaching at the speed of slow, but you know you're gonna fall. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant
Yeah.
structures are fortified.
Yeah. So, early game, if you look at the tools that Infamous have kind of acquired over this very early laning stage, Slark is probably going to have a decent time. Early Shadowblade maybe if he doesn't fall over too soon. But the Centaur, he's had a pretty horrid time, I'd say.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
She doesn't have mana for TP now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he's not. No.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I just went from bad to worse. Corpus just spent the entire time just fighting ever since, like, from the first 4 minutes. And things are just going very, very downhill very quickly. But Slark's doing alright. Like, but Moon has kind of recovered. Oh,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Set in stone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
oh, Infamous 2001, he,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Never hear the end of this. Now.
oh, is he gonna go back in? No, he's gonna sell up, surely. Oh, he's thinking about it, maybe. Yeah, he's not gonna get it. Oh, no. Yes? No. Co-op's just adventuring. She's just got... She hasn't hit creeps for a very long time.
Gains.
She doesn't need...
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's all the same.
Yeah, he's got some mana boost now, so he can really just kind of throw spells around. Because Tiny very early on feels like you don't really want to use spells. If you do, you want to get a kill, and you feel very, very kind of robbed if you have to use anything because yeah, you can't really afford it. But now you can use Toss to farm, you can gank, you can...
Set in stone.
No, he was already dead. Yeah, that was really over ambitious, I think. Oh, Hope's getting ran at. Well, he read a book, so he's level 6, but he is still dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
We haven't quite got to the Slark stage yet. Slark has got a Shadow Blade, but he doesn't really have the strength to back it up. It's really a question of can Slark get to the point where he's killing supports really? Because if he isn't killing supports, then he doesn't really have. Yeah, he's not really doing his job. Well, we need to be careful. Yeah. I'm not. I'm pretty terrible with it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He likes it here. It's safe. There aren't any invokers diving his towers. Oh, he's in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But would they do it in the mid lane?
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Just... Could you go one by one into the meat grinder that is DC? Infamous would. And they are. So it's just kinda... Yeah. Co-op has Veil. The Centaur is getting close to a hood. He's still got that gold at about 100. Slark, his early Shadowblade explorations didn't really go to plan, so they have a little bit of leeway still. They've got time to kill the Lone Druid before he hits level 15, where he starts doing a huge amount of damage. Level 15 Maelstrom is the point where Lone Druid starts getting a bit ridiculous, but not to say he isn't ridiculous already, but that's the point where it gets a bit silly. So they have the Invoker Midas now, he's going to be going towards Yules. Overall, DC just kind of... Their 5-man is growing stronger. And I don't think Infamous really have the items or the experience really to match up against that. So they'll have to split up the map somehow. So Slack will farm their jungle and they'll put some pressure onto Wii in mid, but I'm not really feeling their game plan right now. They've got the tiny dagger, so lots of people Infamous will just kind of die instantly. Oh, is he gonna get low resolution here?
Radiant's
Nah, he's
bottom
too scared.
tower is under
Resolution
attack.
full mana, full HP. There's a roar up as well. Yeah, there's no chance. So, yeah, pretty good fight. They kill the Invoker very early on.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Slark
under
survives, so... This question of really, can Slark just get stronger? He needs to become very, very powerful indeed. But I'm not sure there's really a point where he becomes too strong for DC, because they do have good heroes against him. They've got Cosmic Evoker, they can drain his mana, they've got AoE stuns and silences. And they do have a very, very strong pushing 5-man, which is really all you really need to beat Slark at this point. Especially if the Tiny gets is able to use his Blink Dagger before dying it very early. Yeah, there we go. Oh dear. He's gonna root.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, they just have a pretty much unstoppable 5-man. Infamous just get these small pickoffs. They get, pretty much Weeha just dying. Weeha's just getting gone on by Centaurs and Spirit Breakers during, well, maybe another global. He might die again, but they just keep getting objectives off the back of this, so you see, they're just winning out for the most part. And Lone Druid about to hit level 15. Yeah, it doesn't include the kill on the Venge very early on, so... Yeah, in the initial go, the Spirit Breaker charged onto Venge and they got that kill, and then he was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ult onto the Lone Druid. And then he, 2 seconds later, walked away after finishing ulting the Alpha Wolf. So, yeah, didn't really go to plan, and now Lone Druid has a clear path to level 15 and the tier 2s, so... You have the global still, they didn't use that. He denied him as he was TPing out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Triple kill.
Oh no. He was getting reported for that. that was not what Resolution wanted, I think. I don't know if he dies anyway, but like he was TPing out and then we had just turns around and just right clicks and toys with alacrity. So,
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
yeah, but they are getting big. They're gonna have the Spirit Breaker Blade Mail now, and they've got the Centaur Blink Dagger. The Quap is getting closer to a Lincoln's, so they just. Yep, he's their picker. He's doing his job. And for the most part, yeah, that was a indecision center ulti. He ultied thinking, am I gonna go in? And then he sat there and center ulti for about 2 seconds and he went, no. And then he blinked away and just left Spirit Breaker to his own. So, oh my god, Alacrity Lone Druid is a bit silly. What do you do when he's just sitting from 5 miles away over yonder? He's just hitting your building for silly amounts of damage. Spirit Bear's just, yeah. Well, Slark barely evades capture, but...
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, so 2001 just, that was a perfect charge. He hit 4-man charge into 3-man Sandastan into 3-man Cop Bolt. Yeah. Slark didn't get any stats, so that Roche is going to be a bit slow, but that's pretty much the only drawback they're going to have for that fight. Lendra did get 2 kills before he went down, so he's not exactly poor, but yeah, Infamous, they're just generally getting more and more net worth on the people that matter. Their initiators are getting much bigger. So the Spirit Breaker now has his Blade Mail, he can now go without fear. The Invoker can't really kill him off like he has been doing previously. The Lone Druid has to be a lot more careful with his target choice, so... as long as the Slark does stuff with his Aegis, I think Infamous in a really, really good position.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Infamous are just playing like gods. I think it's more that DC are just kind of staying, like, they're sitting places where they really just can't sit against Slark. They're expecting that they'll be able to take fights if they catch a Slark there, but they don't have enough. The Silver Edge, the Echo Saber is just kind of too tanky. They got the Tornado on, they got the Silence off, but he just kind of went right back in again. So
Dire's top tower.
DC kind of feeling the pain here because they can't 5-man at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's just DC, they've lost their 5-man potential. They can't any longer sit and go for towers because they can't reliably teamfight anymore. Because before they could hit buildings, and then every single one of Infamous, like, they were going in one by one. Like, the Slark was dying with that. His Shadow Blade up, he ran out of mana, the Spirit Breaker was going in. They were easily able to take fights when Infamous showed up the tier 1s, but now it's just, they don't have enough. Can't reliably go as 5 outside the enemy base, so they need to sit around, accrue some items, get the Axe on Invoker, possibly get the Yules on Tiny so it doesn't die to the Stark immediately, and just generally, they need to take a fight or wait out the Aegis for the most part, I think. Waiting out the Aegis and then pushing as 4, maybe 5 is their main objective at this point. Yeah, they need to be very careful of how they play now.
Endurance run!
I think it would, yeah. It would definitely be an upset, so... Infamous, they've got the Link as a Quap now, he's become a lot harder to kill. The Mjolnir's up and Lone Druid, he's got the Beekeeper coming very soon. Once he gets that, he's probably going to be safe for the most part from the Centaur and the Quap, but I think his main problem is just getting Spirit Breaker ulti into Quap ulti, so maybe he's not going to be that safe after all. Evoker Axe is coming a lot closer. I think DC are going to feel a lot more comfortable team fighting in just about 2 minutes.
A lucky find.
Evoker Axe is coming a lot closer. I think DC are going to feel a lot more comfortable team fighting in just about 2 minutes.
Yeah, they had to play it slow. They had to build things up to make up for everything they had lost. I mean, when you look at that team fight, Infamous hit a home run in the opportunity that was presented before them, but is that going to happen again? I mean, DC a high caliber team, man.
Infamous needs to be very careful. Like, it's all well and good having these heroes that could take drawn out fights, you know, but I think they need to get the charge. They need to kill Lone Druid off very quickly, because if they don't...
Still, you know, as we saw in game number 1, the best being able to move forward with the objectives. Caught up in other instances, maybe taking too much damage in these fights. Last fight, they were taking road only.
The silence is broken!
DC will be able to recover. A fight could get him right back in.
Infamous needs to be very careful. Like, it's all well and good having these heroes that can take drawn out fights, you know, but I think they need to get the charge. They need to kill Lone Druid off very quickly, because if they don't...
In the top lane, they're looking to burst down the silencer here. He gets the helpful Linkens. I don't know how helpful
it's just at this point, you realize that DC have so much more room to work with in these fights in terms of positioning, because Lone Druid can just be pretty much anywhere and deal this damage. And as long as they don't get 3-man stunned into 3-man charge or whatever, I think their team fight at this point is stronger, because they do have the BKB and a Lone Druid with range board, with Alacrity, and with Avenge Aura sitting with him, along with the Helm of the Dom Alpha, I think. Yeah, he hits for 300 already with those auras, and that's before he gets Alacrity, so... At this point, a fight to put on a timer just by him, because he's going to be BKB. He's nothing's going to stop him right-clicking apart from the Spirit Breaker. So it's up to Slark and Quap to really kill off the elements of DC before he becomes too much of a problem. I think the team fight at this point is stronger, because they do have the BKB. Range board, Alacrity, and with Avenge Aura sitting with him, along with the Helm of the Dom Alpha. He hits for 300 already before he gets Alacrity. Fight to put on a timer just by him, because he's going to be BKB. Nothing's going to stop him right quickly apart from Spirit Breaker. So it's up to Slark to kill off the enemies.
See if they're going to be able to do so. A double damage. Slark crosses paths with Saksa, and they dish out the global. This could be a big time for him. They take out the support for one. Resolution limping away on the back of a BKB. We are not going to be able to bail him out from this one. He is going to be taken apart. Cristiano now dominating with that grab. DC frantic to make it away, but they've been able to possibly grab Moon. Nice quick blink.
Yeah, it's just during the global. They can't really do anything about it. Benj dies straight away. He can't save anybody. Spirit can't do anything to stop the Slark. And then the Lone Druid dies straight up to the Spirit Breaker and the Quap ulti. So that's a 10-second BKB gone.
right into tier 2. First tier 2 though, another good fight.
Dire's bottom tower.
Mark with a double damage is able to kind of quickly burst out the vent.
Just during the global, they can't really do anything. Avenge dies straight away, he can't save anybody. Spirit can't do anything from the slot. And then London dies straight up to Spirit Breaker. So that's a 10-second DPD off.
Alright, that's bumped up to get a big magnetized combo. They're going for it. Moves in with the boulder smash, but the silence, and he can't get anything else off. Crippled Misery, trying to run back away, but the right clicks are there. Move in, they're going to get off the slash. A swap back save, but he rolls towards being in there, but does end up going down.
The position that Infamous are in is much better than 3 minutes ago. DC got their teamfight items and then they proceeded to lose big teamfight, and now they've held their racks at the cost of a tier 3 and 2 deaths. They killed the slot, but
that's a 5-kill streak. Did they even use the fight item? Not a bad hold for DC, only losing the 2-3.
He's only dead for 20 seconds. The position that Infamous are in is much better than
he's only dead for 20 seconds, don't worry about it.
DC got their teamfight items and then they proceeded to lose big teamfight, and now they've held their racks at the cost of a tier 3 and 2 deaths. They killed the slot, but...
Oh, look at this! They've caught out Resolution. He's got to get bailed out.
Moon's going foraging for a bit, but he's got the Yules now. His item progression is going to slow down for quite a while. The Cop's 200 gold off of Shivas, so if he gets this, I think they're going to feel a lot more comfortable playing against the Lone Druid for 20 seconds. But without Centaur, without Spirit Breaker, I think they're going to lose this tier 2. But I think that's going to be the extent of the damage.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy. He's already back. That's just
Moon's going foraging for a bit, but he's got the Yules now. DC just needs to kind of set up here, and they need to wait. They're going to farm their own jungle. They're going to get some. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable. Resolution does just need a Skadi. He needs that to survive because he's dying in the global. Without Spirit Breaker, I think they're going to lose this tier 2. Spirit Breaker. But like if Slark's hitting him during that global as well, while they get Spirit Breaker ulti, he's dead. So he just needs to tank up. You saw he almost lived with the swap from Venge, but I think they just kind of proved they kill him even without the global. So he's just feeling pretty spooked in this game overall. Weeha goes to the beat to travel. DC just needs to kind of set up here, and they need to wait. They're going to farm their own jungle. They're going to get some. Well, Resolution does just need a Skadi. He needs that to survive because he's dying in the global. Just a Spirit Breaker. Like if Slark's hitting him during the global as well, well, they get Spirit Breaker, he's dead. So he just needs to tank up. You saw he almost lived with the swap from Venge, but I think they just kind of proved they Slark's going to come in from the side, but I think he might get... Oh, he's going to get spotted by the sentry if he walks too close. Yeah, he gets spotted just there.
Pretty successful this game with
they saw him.
Maybe they got another one. Very other side of the river, waiting on that high ground. Roche is up 2. The Infamous are going to begin to creep in. The second they see that room disappear, I think DC have read this.
Slark's going to come in from the side, but I think he might get... Oh, he's going to get spotted by the center. Looks too close. Yeah, he gets spotted just now.
Okay, the Bears making the move. The wave is going to show things. Quickly pull the bear back. The second they spawn things out. Moon makes the jump. They're going to go for the silencer. Oh, can they get him out in time? He is going to get bailed out. That allows him to get the global off. And now DC just waits to the high ground. Go down. Oh no, the block just runs right up in there.
Yep, they're going to run straight down the tier 2 top, and then they're going to take some shrines, and then they're going to be in a very, very strong position now. Lone Druid has reached the next tier. He's soon going to reach Skadi, and then become very, very powerful indeed. They just take buildings extremely quickly. Like, they punish so much harder than Infamous do in terms of running fights. And also Infamous in that fight, Slark walks up the high ground, he looks for the Lone Druid. Lone Druid just BKBs off, Slark can't really do anything. And then they have this Spirit Breaker, Centaur, Silencer squad going after the Invoker and the Tiny, but everything's just really spread apart. Their main damage just went in one by one into the main teamfight core of DC. As you saw, Quap kind of vanished. So, he's soon going to reach Skadi. Not the best way for Infamous to fight, and it's possibly the worst time for them to have that little lapse in coordination. And also Infamous in that fight, Slark walks up the high ground, he looks for the Lone Druid. Lone Druid just BKBs off, Slark can't really do anything. And then they have this Spirit Breaker, sent our Silencer squad going after the Invoker and the Tiny, but everything's just really spread apart. Their main damage just went in one by one into the main teamfight core of DC, as you saw, bot kind of vanished. But not the best way for Infamous to fight, and it's possibly the worst time for them to have coordination.
Yep, it just felt a little too spread apart. Definitely got to question the positioning of the Silencer. I'm pretty sure he was just trying to get this board down on the high ground.
I think they get weaker the longer this game goes on. When Centaur gets more powerful, like he's got his Ags already, he's got Playmail up. Like they've got enough heroes that can survive being got on by Lone Road for long enough that I think that as long as they have enough room to get some good initiations off. Like, Spirit Breaker's going for the Halberd, they're all just generally tanking up. It's the Silencer that's mostly suffering.
Whatever the case may be, Infamous
I think they can deal with a very, very farm Lone Road if they get enough items, because Stark is going for his dagger, so he's going to be paying the Lone Road to visit every single fight. The Quap is working towards Blade Mail Mjolnir, so he's going to become a very, very tanky game at some point, but he's nowhere near that level 25 just yet. They've got enough heroes, so there is hope for Infamous, but right now, as DC kind of bopped the shrines for a little bit, I'm not really sure that Infamous are really feeling that. For the Halberd, they're all just generally tanking up. It's the Silencer that's mostly suffering, but I think they can deal with a very, very farm Lone Road. You just push out the lanes. You anticipate that Infamous are going to try and go for something. You play safe for a little bit, group up as 5, push down top lane, maybe smoke into mid, and then see where you go from there. He's nowhere near that level 25 just yet. So there is hope for Infamous. Right now, as DC kind of bopped the shrines for a little bit, I'm not really sure that Infamous are really feeling it.
For DC, now that the shrines are already down, what do you wait for now? What do you wait for now?
Push out the lanes, you anticipate that DC now. Infamous are going to try and go for something. Got Hammer the Dom, play safe for a little bit, group up as 5, push down top lane, and 4 smoke into so not very rich there. Spirit Blink heals again, just not very big teamfight items, just kind of keeping themselves alive and allowing themselves to move around. Tiny's got the Greaves now. Yep, so they push down top and they smoke into mid immediately. But I don't think they're going to find anything because Infamous are mostly gathered on a bot lane. So, not the most rewarding of motions, but once you kind of get a feeling for how DC play, their movements become quite predictable. DC now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
4 staff, so not very rich there. Spirit Blink heals again, just not very big teamfight items, just kind of keeping themselves alive on the ground. Tiny's got the Greaves now. Yep, so they push down top and they smoke immediately. But I don't think they're going to find anything because Infamous are mostly gather on a bot lane. So, not the most rewarding of motions, but once you kind of get a feeling for how DC play, their movements become quite... I think he was looking maybe for the toss, but Rezu's just in. Pop's going to take bot right here. I think they're going to go back now.
Makes it out. That's a hero. He shrugs pretty much everything off of the DC team. Now has full life and nearly full mana. It's gone.
Stark's got dagger. He could catch Rezu here, but I think if he goes too far forward, he's going to get punished by Venge. I think he was looking maybe for the toss, but Rezu's just in.
Not happening though, and yeah, as mentioned, Resolution get deep. Gotta be careful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Trying to TP out, and oh, couldn't quite get in there to cancel out the TP. Resolution coming have to run back the old-fashioned way.
Stark's got dagger. He could catch Rezu here, but I think if he goes too far forward, he's going to get punished by Venge.
They gotta charge in onto Moon. Misery with the help out, but here comes Slark looking to help things quite a bit now. With the numbers advantage, Soxa rolls in. That's when the global comes out. A jumping going to be committed now from Cristiano, and dishes out the Sonic Wave. Some decent connection there, but DC look to evacuate as quick as possible. Disarm now, they're bumping back
to this point, you realize now you're taking 2 fights against a level 24 Invoker who's pretty farm now. He's looking for what drink for. Tiny's kind of just being very obnoxious. They're just trying to focus like one target after another, but every single person seems to have a Yules or getting saved by a tornado. It's just incredibly difficult for anyone on Infamous to focus one target. So, and I think that's what they need to do. They need to kill the Venge, they need to kill the Spirit, and then either the Lone Lord or the Invoker, and if, like, spread damage on DC is not going to do anything. You see, they eventually kill the Aegis, but... So to this point you realise now you're taking
24 Invoker. Pretty farm now. We've got Green Core. Tiny's kind of just being very obvious. They're just trying to focus like one target after another, but every single person seems to have rules or getting saved by a tornado. It's incredibly difficult for anyone that needs to focus one target. So, and I think that's what they need to do. They need to kill the vent. That's what them. The Motion and the Invoker. It's spread damage on this.
Stay alive here. Second, the Spirit Breaker tries to make a move in. Pushed back into the safe zone here. He's down. He's moving into the rack. Looking over the 2-0 closeout. Look themselves towards the top of the boost stage. Only one more series left to help secure that fight. They gotta look for it though. Here comes Infantry now trying to punch him on the way out. Resolution stands, plants, and unzips the right click. Good damage on this mark, but he's gonna go into the Terror Dance now. There goes the tools. As Green's trying to make it out. Ghost Walk will be there to assist. Charge comes in.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Now stunned up. Weeha's there to help bail him out. Cyclone right on forward.
Needs to be careful here.
Moon. Does some damage on the Killer Queen, but not able to get the finish quite yet. He manages to walk out away from the trouble. Sonic Wave.
No, it's just a 1v1.
Not able to get the finish yet. Now, Killer Queen gets back in, trying to get Resolution down. They'll finally do it, and it costs him his life. He has no buyback. He has no way to come back into this game. Resolution does have that benefit, but they still want
Res is back.
They're going right back in. Weeha is going to get stunned up, but not enough firepower to get any sort of finish. Misery also still in on the action. They will kite around the period. He's got his blade mail popped, and then the re-engage comes out from Cristiano and will be able to finish out Wu.
That was just
fight ever. The last 1v1 here. Misery wants to go in and they go
Adequate
toe-to-toe.
I enjoyed watching that fight.
The Lincolns will be popped. He tries to roll away, but Cristiano's there to catch him out, and he wants the win and gets it. Double kill.
Quap is the main victor of that fight, obviously, as she is the sole survivor. She works towards a Mjolnir and then towards a Blade Mail, most likely. And she's about to hit level 25, so she's going to get a lot harder to kill. And
yeah. No, we're not used. Okay, that's just, oh my god, an actual Royal Rumble.
That was just fine. Adequate proportion. I enjoyed watching that fight.
I don't know, it was like watching an RPG.
Quap is the main victor of that fight, obviously, as she is the sole survivor. She works towards a Mjolnir and then towards a Blade Mail, most likely. It's just a case of can Infamous keep taking fights, because if they don't keep taking fights, I think they're going to fall very far behind very quickly, because they are against an Evoker with Boots of Travel, who's going to push up lanes. They are against a Thunderer who will punish you very, very quickly if you are not in the right place at the right time. So,
but he's got his team nearby, and that was a ridiculous set of range and procs, but it's going to get the job done. Now after charging in, we'll realize that it's not the sound
it's just a case of can Infamous keep taking fights, because if they don't keep taking fights, I think they're going to fall very far behind very quickly, because they are against an Evoker with Roche is going to be decided. Yeah, Roche is going to be the decider. I think Lone Druid's about to get Satanic Evoker. He could buy Octarine at this point, but I think he wants to say buyback because he isn't the tankiest of heroes. I think Slot just proved that. So
breaks free.
I was kind of worried, really. Like, Quap has level 25, but I think she might get a bit overzealous. They are going to go for the 4-man smoke. Stark is going to be running to the Ancients, actually. So,
be a game-ending fight.
Roche is going to be decided. Yeah, Roche is going to be the decider. I think Lone Druid's about to get Satanic. Infamous wrapping the whole way around. He could buy Octarine at this point, but I think he wants to say buyback because he isn't the tankiest of heroes. I think Slot just proved that. So I'm just kind of worried, really. Like, Quap has level 25, but I think she might get a bit overzealous. But they are going to go for the 4-man smoke. Slark is going to be running to the Ancient. So, oh, Stark just kind of goes into vision.
It's got to be Roche time though. It looks like DC are going to push this lane down and then go through the river. I would imagine to approach that road.
Infamous wrapping with the
whole like complexity wraparound here. Right around start there. They're going to start taking out. They're behind. Okay, not going to get the target on anyone. They charge on it. That's going to be the global. Who do they go for first? It's going to be Saxa here. Can they get the finish on the bench? He will be dropped. Does have a buyback. Now looking to utilize it right away. Now rushing up on in. Smart and his Centaur are going to get tornadoed up. They're inside that choke point a bit, but they've been managed to surround Weehaw, and they will burst him down. He's going to be taken out with a buyback. Resolution looking to get in. Tries to quickly take the level 1. They won't get the silencer down. Magnetized dished out, and Killer Queen now
Right, so
goes into Shadow Dance. They're hoping to get the burst.
Stark's gonna just buy his butterfly and then go in with the Spirit Breaker buyback, I think.
Misery locking
Yeah,
in place.
they have to.
They're trapped now, and they're the ones eating the
Lundgren
bulk of the
actually
damage.
died here.
And now they're going to have to set things off. Smart being a part of this one, they're going to have to step away. They are going to not make it far. There is a movement in for the Centaur. Smart is able to get a quick kill on the Misery. The jet goes down.
Should have waited for his ulti.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Hold
attack.
around the roasted for now, but they obviously
Stark's
can't
gonna just
really
buy his butterfly and then go in with the Spirit
Radiant's
Breaker
top
buyback.
barracks has fallen.
They have to.
Radiant's
actually
top
died here.
barracks has fallen.
Okay, Resolution closes the Slark off. They kill the convenient courier right there. Now they jump in with the combo coming out.
If they just
from
waited
Food.
like
Swap
7
back
seconds
these
longer, I don't
houses.
think they would have lost the racks, and they might have lost their tower, but they would have been able to fight. Like Stark just gets caught with no
90
ulti.
seconds.
Even with butterfly, you're not going to survive a Lundgren hitting you for that long.
Take away from that one. It looks like Spirit Breaker could be going
Just
out
late
next.
game decision
So
making, I
much
think,
work
is the
from Infamous to hold
obviously if you are
an
the
advantage
province,
in
but
this game, but it can all take away here.
it feels like such a shame to lose it in this.
Very tough game though.
They just waited like 7 seconds longer. I don't think they would have lost the racks, and they might have lost their tower, but they would have been able to fight. And like Stark just gets caught with no ulti.
The
Even
lone
with
druid
butterfly,
will
you're not
out.
going to survive a Lundgren hitting you for that long. Just late game decision making. Obviously, if you are the it feels like such a shame to lose it in this. I really did recover from a rather disastrous beginning.
Infamous definitely showing sparks of fight within the game.
Radiant's
Pulled
middle
out in
tower
the end.
has fallen.
The better team at the end.
Radiant structures are
Going to take the
fortified.
win off this one.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Found him still. Got any credit?
I think they did want to do deep holds. I think the main factor was just being able to hold the offlane, but even without being able to do that, he manages to recover from a lot of stuff done, so disastrous beginning. Killer Queen is going to have his last hurrah, probably take Misery with him. Oh no, what's it be?
It's not like, you still would feel like insert any other stunning off-lane kind of a hero.
Good game.
Sand King, Earthshaker. Do you think that they would have done as well, or do you think having a particular tiny hero in this case was a big factor?
I think they did want to do deep holds. I think the main factor was just being hold. Even without being able to do that, he manages to get a lot of stuff done. So. Killer Queen is going to have his last hurrah, probably take Misery with him.
Yeah.
Oh no, not to be.
They're going to kite him around. Drops his item. You know, just one last little F you, buddy. But this game is over. Oh, it was a hard-fought series. I mean, when you're comparing some of the series that Digital Chaos have already gone through, you know, in this qualifier already with matches up against like Doo-Wop and Onyx and such, Infamous gave them a little bit of a run for their money, but DC will walk away with a 2-0. Still walk away in a top spot in this group. And we'll still have one more series to play, which I think happens tomorrow, to see if they will be able to clinch that qualifier spot. But hey, I don't know. What do you think? Your impression about Digital Chaos now walking away from this? We already know Infamous were mathematically out of this one, but anything there from DC that may have been exposed a bit, or you know what I mean? Like anything that DC may have been trying out, or something they still need to work on?
I think their movements when they look for fights as 5 are pretty sketched. Like you saw when they went into the river and they got caught by like a 4-man Spirit Breaker ulti and things like that, or Spirit Breaker charge and 2 Centaur stun. Like their team fight positioning, I think, wasn't the best, and I'm sure they're probably like not playing to the best of their abilities. Like they're not concentrating fully because it's not